This is the hidden copy of the first floor of the Tower of Trials, he explains as he leads the way down. Alice appears from the ring, looking around curiously. It's her first time discovering the underground of the Tower of Trials, and she is surprised to find that there is even more space. The vampire ancestor Alice touches the water and feels the cool sensation. It reminds her of the freedom she had before. Kang Jin-hyuk comes closer and says, "What do you think? I tricked you into coming out of the ring. It's not all bad, right?" Alice's face turns red. "I can deal with it for now, but it depends on your future behavior," she says. They continue to walk down the stairs. Kang Jin-hyuk uses his ice tears to replenish his magic energy, allowing Alice to exist in the present world. This consumes a lot of magic energy. Suddenly, he is curious about how NPCs like Alice perceive awakeners like him. He starts to stare at her, but then coughs and says, "Alice, I was wondering, how do you NPCs view us awakeners?" But the system prevents him from asking too much, but the knowledge itself is a gain for him. Suddenly, Alice turned around and her eyes turned red. "Hey, human, something's coming." Before she could finish, the sound of chirping insects came from the darkness. Kang Jin-hyuk threw a flame onto the ground, lighting up the surrounding space. The flame quickly spread to the monster that had made the noise, revealing it to be a giant clawed beetle. The burning insect turned into a large torch, illuminating the entire cave. Layer upon layer of worms appeared, and Kang Jin-hyuk chuckled. As expected, the first floor of the Tower of Trials, also known as the Nesting Ground, is the home of the worm race. Level 25. Giant beetles have appeared. Alice's face turned black. "This is so disgusting." Kang Jin-hyuk coolly shrugged. "Your Majesty, please step back." So, the question is, what should a level 1 player do against a bunch of level 25 monsters? Kang Jin-hyuk's solution was to self-destruct. First, he used his skilled Blessing of the Star to give himself a layer of resurrection state. Then he activated his fire magic. Accompanied by countless stars and firelight, the narrow space was instantly filled with an explosion of gas. The thunderous boom nearly overturned the entire first floor underground. Little Kang stands in front of the explosion. Explosion is art. DD. The physical defense of the monsters is weakened by 30%. That's right! The previous explosion only reduced defense and life. To kill the monsters, we have to wait for the real masters to take action. Queen, it's your turn. Huh? Do you want this noble hand of mine to deal with these nasty bugs? What noble thing? Seeing the vampire's centrifuge posture, Alice's face turned green. Damn, I'll take care of these bugs. Under the magic of Kang Jin-hyuk's ice tears, the vampire ancestor also regained his past style. A steady stream of blood magic was injected into the ground. These bugs were wrapped and controlled tightly. Oh yeah. Now it's perfect for hunting. Kang Jin-hyuk directly opened the skill gap. DD, gap value 100. You can shrink the level difference of 33 levels. We are now on the same level. Like a killing god, lightning flashes past. In one breath, dozens of knives are swung out. Meanwhile, the sound of constant level ups also keeps flashing on the screen. Crazy level up. Oh yeah. I've been held back for this period of time. Now, bugs, it's time for you to contribute your experience points. In the moment of being surrounded, SS level skilled Grave of Swords is launched. While Kang Jin-hyuk was hiding in the underground dungeon and level grinding, what was Saint Teresa doing? That's right, she is participating in a secret meeting among top guild leaders as a secretary. The camera now cuts to a large villa. The leaders are in a meeting. The leader is the blonde man, the president of the Sun God Guild, Patrick. They are discussing strategies for the third floor guard boss. That is the legendary Sword Devil. The boss itself is not powerful, but this guy can summon as many as 100,000 statues. Players can't handle it with their numerical advantage. At this time, everyone is worried. Tenwei slammed his hand on the table. This way is not working. We've used many holy relics and items, but the statues will infinitely revive and we can't beat them. The problem was pointed out by Maria of the Olympians Guild, who said that currently players' strategy speed is too fast, causing many people to have uneven equipment. The president of the White Tiger Guild, Baek Jin-ho, snorted and said, "Isn't it because most of your guilds monopolize resources and occupy the underground dungeon instances? Otherwise, how could everyone have nowhere to level up?" The two guild members started arguing. Adam White sighed and said, All right, we are here to solve the problem, not to create problems." It sounds good, but do you have any good ideas? Patrick is troubled by this. There is a way, he said, because just last night, the demonic human contacted him and said that as long as we agree to one condition, they are willing to help us. Upon hearing this, the guild leaders of the 3 guilds were all shocked. They all expressed that even if they had to die, they would never team up with the demonic human. Those guys were known for tricking and hunting down players, a group of scoundrels. However, before they could finish speaking, the flames in the fireplace suddenly started to wildly flicker. Suddenly, a mix of magic and flames appeared, forming the illusion of an old man with a hood. Oh yeah, you all know very well that with just yourselves, you are absolutely unable to defeat the boss on the 3rd floor. This caused everyone in the room to stand up in shock. They all recognized him as the hated demonic human. Baek Jin-ho picked up a large table and smashed it towards him, but it was split in half by Ten-Wei's sword. He proudly said, "Baek Jin-ho, it looks like our opinions are truly in agreement." The hooded demonic human coughed twice and said, "I know you're all in a hurry, but please don't rush. I have a way to defeat the boss on the 3rd floor." He sneered, "Just 100 people from your demonic human association. How could you possibly deal with an army of 100,000 statues? Oh, number? For necromancers, numbers are not a problem." With that, he thrust his staff heavily into the ground. Outside the window, countless skeletons crawled out from the ground. These white bone monsters, some wearing armor and holding weapons and shields, formed a large army of skeletons in the blink of an eye. At this moment, yellow-haired Patrick also noticed the staff in the demonic human's hand. The old man laughed and said, "You're right, you know your stuff. This is a treasure that can only be made by collecting 99 different materials, the Greed Staff." Seeing this, the guild leaders of the various guilds began to waver. Ten-Wei swallowed hard and said, "If it's really a necromancer and combined with the Greed Staff, then there's a chance to defeat the boss on the 3rd floor, the Sword Devil." Red-haired guild leader Maria exclaimed, "Ten-Wei, what do you mean? That guy is a demonic human. How could we possibly cooperate with him?" Baek Jin-ho sighed and said, "Maria, we know that cooperating with a demonic human is a behavior that would be scorned by everyone. But if we cooperate secretly and keep it a secret, then the 4 guilds can take the first kill on the 3rd floor boss." Seeing the situation becoming more and more chaotic, Teresa silently pulled out her holy sword and shield. "Oh my god, this is too crazy. The guild leaders are actually thinking of cooperating with a demonic human. As a holy knight, she couldn't accept this in any way." At this moment, the first person that came to mind in the girl's mind was that man. If Kang Jin-hyuk were here, he would definitely have a better solution. "What should I do now?" Didi, a friend, Kang Jin-hyuk, sent a video invitation. Teresa was stunned as she looked at the system panel in front of her. "Is it him?" She quickly connected, seeing the familiar and slightly cool face. Jin-hyuk, but Kang Jin-hyuk noticed something unusual. "Oh, what's going on with you? Is there someone else there?" And Teresa also followed Kang Jin-hyuk's instructions, turning the video call into a conference call mode that is visible to everyone. And when his image appeared in front of everyone, he was already wearing a mask. At this moment, the guild leaders also recognized this man. Isn't he the mysterious player who conquered the epic instance, the Vampire Fortress? Mysterious Player X, independent player, a super new star who conquered the Vampire Fortress alone. He is now a highly sought after talent by all major guilds in the world. And such a person appeared in Teresa's video chat. The guild leaders were all surprised, but only one person laughed. That was the demonic human old man. "Ha, Axe, I know you're strong, but this time's 3rd floor boss is a sword devil who can summon 100,000 statues." "Oh, old man, what are you saying? Do you have a way?" "Of course, look at the skeleton army behind me." "Oh, is that so?" Kang Jin-hyuk laughed. "Just relying on that fake greed one of yours? The heart and the holy water soap robe, along with the other 97 items, are needed to merge into an epic greed wand." But Kang Jin-hyuk saw at a glance that the demonic human old man's wand was fake. "It's obvious that you didn't add these 2 key items when you were synthesizing it. I guess it's hard for you as demonic humans to get holy water." Guild leader Patrick asked. Then, "Mr. X, do you have any evidence?" "Idiot, just look at his wand. The real greed wand skull has a ruby embedded at the bottom. And if you look at the skeleton soldiers outside, they're either missing arms or legs. It's like throwing eggs at a rock to let them go fight the boss." This so-called cooperation is just a plot by the demonic human guild. They want to take away your gold and holy relics and equipment, and then disappear. The plan was exposed. The demonic human old man stopped pretending and said, "Damn X, and the guild leaders, you will regret not accepting the kindness of the demonic human association. I hope we meet again and you're still as high and mighty as you are now." With that, he disappeared into the air. The guild leaders all looked at the scene in shock. Fortunately, the mysterious player X appeared, but without the help of the Demonic Human Association, how would they be able to defeat the third-level boss? Kang Jin-hyuk smiled and said to the guild leaders, "Why don't you leave this problem to me? This way, we don't have to rely on the Demonic Human Association, and we can still conquer the dungeon." The 4 guild leaders were overjoyed. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If they could work with X, even if they failed, it would still be a great opportunity to establish a connection with him. Baek Jin-ho, the guild leader of the Tiger Guild, immediately stepped forward. "Our Tiger Guild is willing to provide full financial support." Maria, the guild leader of the Red Hair Guild, added, "To be honest, sir, your friend Teresa is one of our people." Teresa blushed at this implication, but Kang Jin-hyuk said, "No, I don't want anything. Just block off the entire area and let me fight the boss alone."